Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. I have arrived in the Oldstreaman stores, and my first order of business here is to gather some cloth that we can use in making the straw men that we are going to use to confuse the enemy. And unfortunately, it looks like the rats are in the area. Now, it says rough cloth here, but as these are for dummies anyway, we don't have to worry about having the finest clothing around. If there's a hole or two from rats, well, that doesn't matter either. Because I suspect that if there are any enemies there that want to decide to chuck a few spears at them, then that won't be a problem. But what's going to be a couple of rat holes in that case? And, oh boy, how many of these things are there? I don't. Oh, there's a piece of cloth over there. Maybe I'll take that one, so I won't have to worry about fishing any rats that are down there. Good. Now I could go out and speak to Lady Glanhar. I have the necessary supplies for the dummies.
We have little light. We must make our own. We have little hope. We must make that too.
Let me see. Swords, helms, cloth. That'll do. Narvellan was friendly and helpful, I hope. Now, we want these to be convincing. We would do well not to slouch in the final step. Yes, I think Bagwin must assemble them. She will do all right. Yes, bring all these things to her, if you would. You will find her further into Oldstreaman to Bargwin. All right, I shall do so. After the incident with the saddle, I'm not too sure she's going to be happy about this.
The men have gone off to war. We are left to worry and to work.
What's all this? She wants me to make what? Strawman? Well, if it keeps the barbarians out, I suppose there's not much choice in the matter. No matter if my fingers bleed or my arms fall off. She takes the things from you and gets directly to work, still muttering under her breath. Well, I didn't think she was going to be happy about that. She started on the task with her usual alacrity.
Enemies surround us, yet we will defy them.
She's begun? Good. That's one step taken towards our safety. We have not strength of arms, Warden, so we must rely on our wits. It's good that we are possessed of wits. Yes, it's good that we've got some of that.
Enemies surround us, yet we will defy them.
Our straw soldiers look fearsome, Pineleaf, but something's missing. What is it? Ah, I know. The banners are not hanging. True, they have not hung in many years, but I feel that they must hang now. It tells the barbarians and orcs out there that we have not abandoned this place and are not hiding. It will make them think again about attempting an assault. I ask you to return to Bargwin and aid her in restoring the banners of this place. That's all. And restoring the banners. Oh, I am going to be bringing her more joy. Ah. She's going to be wanting to see the sight of me going out of here quickly, I suspect. Hello again.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, that's the type of response I expected from her. The banners, is it? I should have guessed she would choose the most laborious task short of scrubbing the stables. I have you to help me at least, do I not? Of course, she enjoys spreading the work to me, yes. The banners will be stored in the storehouse. Bring them to me, and we will see what state they are in. I hope they're in a good state. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm sure that she is going to make me find all the materials necessary in order to mend them. I presume that these banners are going to be guarded by rats just as that cloth was. Ah, speaking of rats, I think I found them. I don't know how many of them there are going to be around here. Whew. Now, we've dealt with that pair. The question is, where are the banners? Hmm. Oh, I was trying to figure out whether I needed to go upstairs or stay downstairs. What with these rats are aggressive! Good grief! Very aggressive. Whoa, there you are. Are you done with me? No. Where are... Of course they're upstairs. Why wouldn't they be upstairs? What? They just left them on the floor? Good grief. Well, I suppose maybe they were stored neatly on the shelves and that the rats started pulling them off. That's likely. Now, where else did the rats take them? Probably I'll find a rat's nest somewhere, and I mean a literal rat's nest that has them right. Oh, we have some up here. Mm. Well, I did see something about a literal rat's nest. Well, those two seem to be hopeless, so I'll just take these two. And we can only hope that they're in good enough shape in which to repair. Mm, where are you? Oh, there you are. And I'm sure she is going to have... Oh, I'm sorry, she's beyond sarcasm now. I brought back the best banners I could find.
The men have gone off to war. We are left to worry and to work.
Bah! These are filthy! At least, by some miracle, they were not moth-eaten. Oh, yes, you see the others. Those were rat-eaten. Still, they must be washed. There is a bucket. Take it and to the well and bring some water. I will prepare the things that we need. The well is back in the center of Osriman, where Lady Galanhar stands. This, all right. They have just one well in this town, or well, okay. I don't know how large this town is supposed to be, so maybe. Let's see. Where is this? Well, apparently this well is further off than she described, but then that sounds like it'll be consistent. Ah! I have found the well. Is all well in here? There you go. Water! And now, back to our... did they ask her to do everything? I could understand maybe, maybe that's the thing. Maybe she gets asked to do as many tasks as I do, and she's gotten tired of it. That could explain a great deal. Hello, we need something to do. Let's get Margwen to do it. Well, maybe that's always a possibility. There you go.
Yes, what is it?
Ah, Good. I've laid all the things out. Take the pile of dirty banners and put them in the water. Wash each one well, and then place them onto the poles to dry. Uh-huh. Well, okay. She decided it's she's just gonna supervise me doing it, I guess. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Pile of old banners. I think we could use a larger bucket to wash in. The water darkens quickly from the banner's dirt. Yeah, I suppose it would. Alright, let's see what... Am I going to need another set to rinse them? Possibly. There you go. And now what do I need to do? Take banners out of the bucket. Alright. Now what? Hang the banners on the poles. Oh, these poles. There you go. There you go. Well, I've seen worse. Maybe they'd look even better if I had a good rinsing, but I suspect that the water is being conserved right now, so extra water for rinsing might be a premium at the moment.
The men have gone off to war. We are left to worry and to work.
You've given me a moment's rest and not complained. Not loud enough for it to reach my ears at any rate. I thank you. I myself could never get work done without complaining. Now, I will rouse myself and see to these are properly hung. You may tell Lady Glathar it will be taken care of. Brag of your accomplishments if it suits you. I don't know. Oh, well. Sorry. Maybe I better not brag to her. That would just be too much, right? We have completed the banners. They're currently drying.
Well met.
So the banners were no trouble? Good. Vargwin is a tireless worker, is she not? Now, at last, I feel we're beginning to present a proud and fearsome face to any foe who creeps upon our door. A tireless worker, but tirelessly complaining also. I have arrived at the beacon of Aralas, and here are the writers three who wish to speak of the death of the fourth writer.
Thank you for your help.
Leofdag was slain by one of our own. To hold back my fury for so long, I shall not let his death go unanswered. His murderer lurks among our number in Rohan. I know it. How can we find one among so many? And does he dare to strike again so near to the king? Mark my words, Pineleaf. When we find him, and we shall, none will hold me back from him. Let us ride to Tower Drueden, and there we can plan our next move. Ooh. I assume that the fourth writer died by one of the orcs or easterlings or someone like that in the course of the battle. But by a Rohirrim?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Pineleaf, I trust that you shall share not of what I tell you. Leofdag's death was no mistake. It is my opinion that it was a conspiracy of the enemy's design. He fell just as our foes routed, and after surviving so much else. I heard him fall beside me and call out, so I rushed to his side. He had been struck by 2 arrows, yet, if he felt pain from them, he showed it not. Instead, he clutched only at his throat as if he were choking. His breathing grew labored, and in moments he was gone. The arrows used to slay him were of Rohirric make, but they bore a poison that none of our company has ever encountered. Leofdog was murdered by one of the men among the riders. Of this I am certain. A poisoned arrows, two of them. As the enemy was being routed, one could think of the possibility that the enemy recovered a couple of Rohirric arrows, shot them back, but that would have meant time to prepare and poison them, and that would be rather difficult, I think, under the battle conditions. So, yeah, I can see a little bit of a point there. So, what do you think?
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
I confess, I know less of Leofdug's fate than the others, but it pains me just the same. We became separated during the battle after the wall was shattered. I fell back to a higher position, but I saw Leofdug make for the breach with the ranger and his allies. When our foes made for the wounded, I retreated into the tower to defend them. That was the last time I saw Leofdug. So, interesting. Well, we'll have to continue this at Tower Dryden. Does that mean the last thing I've got left to do here is to go and tend some sheep? Oh boy. Considering the number of enemy soldiers and warg riders and wolves and all of that I've seen on my way here, I think that it's amazing that there are any sheep alive in this area. Now, I can't say for sure that these are the shepherd's sheep, but these are the ones that I found here. So these are the ones that I'm bringing back. They seem to be intact. So with that flock safely tended to, I can now report to the shepherd that his sheep are, well, as safe as I can make them.
We all must do what we can, mustn't we?
You would make a fine shepherd, Hobbit. My flocks are accounted for and unaware of the trouble surrounding them. If we are held here long, they will make food and garments for these folk too, as well they ought. Well, I'm not too sure they'll be happy on making food for them, but all right, you're welcome. I've made it back to the camp.
Do you have need of our assistance?
I just need of a muster to the warstead skill, and I have exactly 5 of the exquisite wood carvings and now plenty of marbles. So now I won't have to worry about getting to this place again. Of course, it's likely I won't need to get here again, but that's an entirely different matter. Now, let's find those quest givers. Ah, I found the 2 quest givers in question, and they're right next to each other. Hello there, I took care of those message writers. You defeated many of those cursed message bearers then? Good. Perhaps we shall make it to the field of battle undetected. My thanks, Warden. Though, how they're going to detect you, seeing how you passed by already, I have no idea, but that's another matter. And I've also taken care of removing those horse tracks. I am glad that you have you as a friend and not a foe, Warden. I shall rest easier knowing how much harder a time the enemy will have in tracking our trail, as if following the road is not going to give them a clue. Well, what do you say? Well, I guess we'll start out with the gift horse. Ah, there you are. I have seen Slitka returned with my own eyes, and I understand we have you to thank. My heart is glad for what you have done, friend. You're welcome. And finally, yeah, the tomb. Ah, you return. What news do you bring? Relate how you saw the tomb of Halipherion and what it looked like and how you defended it against pillagers. Why, what a tale you weave, Warden. Your words have painted a picture in my mind, and so I shall carry that picture as a trinket into battle. All right. Then all that's left then is to head out to the writer's tree, and we'll have to find out what's going on there. And I'll meet you at their camp in the next episode of Complete Pineleaf.